This is TurtlesTalks. This is my first ever ASMR video. Today, I'm just going to be reading Hubble's Universe, Greatest Discoveries and Latest Images. It was assembled by Terence Dickinson. I'm going to read off the captions to a few of the lovely photos that the Hubble telescope has taken. Of course, I'll show you some of these photos. They're very beautiful. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to stick around. Same photo as on the front cover by Firefly Books. I really love fireflies. Sorry, that was random. The acknowledgements. Ooh, here's something really pretty. Okay. The caption to this photo reads, "The dazzling globular star cluster Messiah 9, or simply M9, contains hordes of stars swarming in a spherical cloud about 25,000 light years from Earth. It is too faint to be seen with the naked eye, and when it was discovered by French astronomer Charles Messiah in 1764, he observed it only as a faint smudge in a small telescope. He classified the cluster as a nebula, which is cloud in Latin. This Hubble Space Telescope portrait, the best image yet of M9, reveals 250,000 individual stars." Wow, it's literally diamonds in the sky. Whoa. Before I start to read this photo, I just want to point out that it looks a lot like an eye. The shape of the eye, the iris, I think, and the little pupil over here. Maybe I'm a little crazy. That's okay though. I think everybody is a little crazy. Orbiting 550 kilometers above the Earth's surface, the Hubble telescope probes the universe in the pristine darkness of space. The Hubble image on this page is the most detailed portrait yet of the largest star nursery in our local galactic neighborhood, known as R136. The massive stellar grouping is a turbulent starbirth region in the large Magellanic Cloud. Now, I know this is not what they mean, but when I hear star nursery, I imagine little stars swallowed up in blankets and like sucking on pacifiers or something. I know, I'm bad. Like no other instrument before it, the Hubble Space Telescope sees remote galaxies with unprecedented clarity and sharpness. Astronomers estimate that the known universe contains at least 100 billion galaxies, each with a cargo of tens to hundreds to billions of stars. This one, known as NGC 3370, which is an impressive spiral galaxy that is about 98 million light years distant and 80,000 light years across. And remember, 1 light year is 10 trillion kilometers. Many more distant galaxies are visible in the frame. The apparently tiny ones, are 10 to 50 times more remote than, let me repeat that again. The name was NGC 3370. Most of the celestial pictures throughout this book are similarly flat to the portraits of the 3D reality of the universe. This page really doesn't have much on Mars itself. It just says that the Hubble Space Telescope can reveal features on our neighbor worlds, like Mars. Okay, let me find. I think you'll like this. Like a ghostly smoke ring frozen in space, the Ring Nebula is actually barrel-shaped. We are looking down one open end of the barrel at gas cast off by an expiring star thousands of years ago. This Hubble photo reveals elongated, dark clumps of material embedded in the gas at the edge of the nebula and the dying central star floating in a blue haze of hot gas. The remnant central star has a surface temperature of 120,000 degrees Celsius. About a light year in diameter, the nebula is located in the constellation Lyra, some 2,000 light years from Earth. The colors are approximately true colors. That is so cool. I think you'll like this a lot. I know I did. The other page is some nice stuff too, but this one says, approximately 500 million light years distant, the Cartwheel Galaxy is the result of two galaxies colliding. It took 200 million years for the cartwheel shape to develop after the collision. The outer ring shines blue with the light of newborn stars. So that's the ring, I'm guessing. Wow. It's so pretty. It looks like a wormhole or something. But nope, just another galaxy. And here's something too. A majestic mountain of cosmic gas and dust lies at the center of the Carina Nebula, the largest star-forming region in the Milky Way galaxy. Stars form from collapsing clouds of cold hydrogen gas. As a star grows, it gravitationally attracts more matter. Eventually, as dust within the dusk clumps together, planets may arise around their new sun. It really does look like a cloud. Nebula. Nebula, nebula, nebula. Let me find a picture. Here's one. Resembling a nightmarish beast rearing its head from a crimson sea, this monstrous object is actually an innocuous pillar of gas and dust called the Cone Nebula. This Hubble Space Telescope view shows the upper 2.5 light years of the nebula, a distance that equals 23 million round trips to the moon. The Cone Nebula resides 2,500 light years away in the constellation Monoceros. Over millions of years, radiation from hot young stars located around here has slowly eroded the nebula. Okay. So I'm going to do giant jump from page to page because this book is really big and a lot of these pictures look very similar, so I'm going to do something. Skip to this one. This is called the Trapezium Cluster, which is a 4-star powerhouse that illuminates and stimulates the luminescence of the vast Orion Nebula. Wonder what it looks like a little bird over here. And it's just amazing. A lovely taste of color. The warm pastel hues in the Orion Nebula are largely due to glowing hydrogen. There is also a small trace of green from glowing oxygen. A reflection nebula of dust that scatters blue light surrounds LP Orionis, the bright star left of center. Is that this one? I think that's that one. Because the light is too faint to stimulate the color receptors in our eyes, the nebula look greenish-gray when viewed through a telescope. I think I'm going to do one more picture in this section. Then I'm going to skip to the back where there's more of the distinctive photos. This one looks like a horseshoe or half of a donut. But the actual description says, this breathtakingly beautiful color composite picture of a pair of colliding galaxies expands our vision into invisible colors of the electromagnetic spectrum. The collision, which began more than 100 million years ago and is still occurring, has triggered the formation of millions of stars and clouds of dust and gas in the galaxies. The power of all 3 of NASA's great observatories was needed to produce this image. Chandra's X-ray image reveals huge clouds of hot interstellar gas. The bright, point-like sources are produced by material falling onto black holes and neutron stars that are remnants of the massive stars. The Spitzer Space Telescope imaging shows infrared light from warm dust clouds that have been heated by newborn stars, with the brightest clouds lying in the overlapping region between the 2 galaxies. In Hubble's view, older stars and star-forming regions can be seen in yellow and white. Brownish filaments of dust are silhouetted. Okay, I'm not going to go directly to the back of the book because I found a few pictures that I'm going to look at in between. Yeah, but I would highly recommend this book because I'm just skimming over it. Some of my favorite pictures. These cosmic columns look strangely organic, which is probably the reason this pictures caused such a sensation when it was released in 1995. Nothing like this celestial scene had been seen before. Because it was thought that the stars were forming inside the towers, they were dubbed the Pillars of Creation. These structures were seen with ground-based telescopes long before Hubble's iconic snapshots, but Hubble brought in an unprecedented level of detail. It's like knowing the general contours of a continent, then suddenly seeing bays, inlets, and coves on closer This next picture is the last one I'm going to be showing you, and it's my favorite. This one is properly nicknamed Jewel Box, and the description reads, a torrent of radiation from young stars in NGC 36003 sculpts the dark stalks of dense gas embedded in the walls of the nebula. The light-year-tall pillars all point to the central cluster as the source of their towering shapes. This prominent star-forming region is 20,000 light-years away. Okay, so that's all I'm going to be showing you. If you really like this book, feel free to check it out. There's more pictures. I was just showing some of my favorites. The first few pages in the book. Again, it was called Hubble's Universe, Greatest Discoveries and Latest Images by Terrence Dickinson. Please comment, tell me what you like, what you didn't.